Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look at the latest news on the AHL and NHL's plan to return here in the 2021 NHL season. There's a lot of hurdles. We'll be taking a look at some of those in this video. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. Now let's take a look at the potentially grim outlook on the AHL and NHL returning in 2021. Alright guys, so before we get too far into this video, want to give a quick plug to our Instagram and Twitter handles at goalline_hockey. Links will be in the description down below, as well as playing throughout this video. And make sure to check out our Patreon for a weekly podcast every Thursday night where we talk about the latest news around the league over the past week, as well as answer your guys' questions in the comment section down below from here on the YouTube channel. So with that out of the way, let's get right into today's topic. We are taking a look at the NHL and the AHL, as there are some concerns that I didn't even realize that we have to consider, as the AHL has set a plan to start their season in February of 2021. And the NHL does not even have a set start date for when they will return as well. It's projected to be January 1st, 2021. It is November, in the end of November, beginning of December. Probably by the time you watch this video, it'll be the beginning of December at that point, less than a month away from the projected start date. The NHL has started to see positive COVID tests throughout the league, the Vegas Golden Knights, as well as I believe the Columbus Blue Jackets, just to add a little bit of sprinkle of controversy as the NHL tries to get things going. And despite the fact the NHL is trying to figure out a new partnership deal, as well as money opportunities, there's just so much at play here. But now we're going to talk about another part of how this is working out, dissecting the AHL situation. Now, some of you may not know, the NHL plans to support the 12 AHL teams out of the 31 that are not owned by an NHL club. What is the NHL is doing about the 3 Western Canadian teams in the USA, right? Because you have the Vancouver Canucks, the Calgary Flames, and the Edmonton Oilers. Now, if you don't realize, the Vancouver Canucks AHL affiliate is in Utica, New York, which first off, that's very far away. And second of all, you have the American-Canadian border, where you have a 14-day quarantine period. So let's just say Jake Virtanen gets hurt one night, and they need to call up Adam Gaudette from the American Hockey League team. Well, he's got to wait 2 weeks in quarantine before he can even be considered to go up into Canada, right? So that's going to change things. Then you also have the Calgary Flames, who have a team down in Stockton, California, as well as the Edmonton Oilers, who have a team in Bakersfield, California. So that California expansion, not looking so good right now, is it? So that's something to keep in mind, because, again, this is a situation we have to consider. With a 2-week quarantine before you could cross the American and the U.S. and Canadian border, that's going to make things very difficult, because you have to wait. They won't be playing hockey for 2 weeks because they have to self-quarantine just to cross the border, let alone getting back into shape after 2 weeks and not playing. There is just so much at play. Now, you would think the easy solution to that is, we'll just have them play up in Canada. We know there is a couple of cities in Canada that would love to have an AHL team. I mean, it's a kind of a quick fix, but easily you could just have the AHL team in the NHL facility. We see the San Jose Sharks do that. We see other teams around the league do that. But then a question comes up. Now that's more testing that has to happen, because there's more interaction between the AHL club as well as the NHL club being in a close vicinity. It's just more ability to spread the virus, more abilities to have this situation out of control. And the more teams you have doing that, the worse it gets. Now, here's another thing. Well, now you think, all right, so now you have the 3 Canadian teams go up there. Well, now they're going to be in Canada. So now they're going to play the teams in Ontario. You have, the Belleville Senators, the Laval Rocket, and the Toronto Marlies. They all play on the East Coast, as well as the Manitoba Moose with the the Winnipeg Jets, and then you have the two Alberta teams and the Vancouver Canucks. So easy, that's solved. Now the question is, again, do you put teams, maybe a team in Chicoutimi or a team in Saskatchewan, and just have them there so they're on, in their isolated own building? Are those buildings open? These are the things that we have to consider. So those are things you have to keep in mind. Now, here's another issue. Can the AHL survive a season without season ticket holders? And the answer to that is no. Unfortunately, they need fans in the building. Well, the only other way they are going to make money, because fans in the arena is not an option currently right now, they're going to need some dough from the NHL just to keep going. And is the NHL willing to support the AHL in that opportunity? Because the NHL is in their own ruins of money issues. So are they going to be able to help out the AHL? Could this be the end of the AHL? I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's how it goes. Now, according to this guy, what's his name? I just want to get his name. Let's take a look. Apologize for this. Trying to find the guy's name. Scott Housen. Scott Housen is the AHL's new president and CEO. And he mentioned that, let's take a look. I can't say all 31 teams will play, but I am encouraged that there is a strong desire for virtually every one of our teams to play, and to play without any meaningful capacity too. If you'd have asked me 4 months ago, if we'd be playing without fans, I'd have said that would be really difficult. Now I see there is a pathway to do that. Now here's the thing you have to keep in mind. As we come into 2021, there have been rumors for the past 6 months that once January 2021 comes in, we've obviously been getting updates on this vaccine and things like that. That is all going to play into how fast these alleviations go away, because the less positive tests, the more likely, and the less spread, the quicker and more likely we see by February potentially the NHL being able to, or the AHL being able to start having fans in the building. Okay, so in fact, the Flames, Canucks, and Oilers all toyed with the idea of bringing their AHL affiliates to Canada so they would have quicker access to players and eliminate the border issue. But the idea died on the comptroller's desk, with the Oilers and Flames questioned the wisdom of bringing a third team to their respective arenas. In addition to the... this is where things get interesting. In addition to the NHL and WHL clubs already housed there. And I know some of you probably already mentioned that in the comments. I completely forgot about that, because now you've got to remember that the Edmonton Oilers also share house up there at Rexall with the Brandon Wheat Kings of the WHL, or the Edmonton Oil Kings. Not the Brandon Wheat Kings, the Edmonton Oil Kings. So that makes things more difficult. And the Calgary Flames share house with another WHL team in the Calgary Hitmen. So adds more fuel to the fire. But it's not just the Western Canadian teams that will have call-up issues if the NHL goes ahead. What if the Rangers want to call a player up from Hartford, but the AHL team is in Pennsylvania? Housen floated, is the player cleared to enter New York? Is he tested? All that will have to be worked out. It will be a league-wide policy for sure. Testing. Players on their way up, crossing state or provincial lines, will have to have a clean bill of health before they travel. Yeah, so these are all the things. This wasn't a case of Housen negotiating through the media. He doesn't have to. Take an honest look at the various impediments his feeder league faces, and you can't deny that most of them are financial ones. Yeah, so guys, they start going off in negative here. Mark Spector on this article. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have the positive outlook on this. But we do have to consider the grim reality that this is going to come down to Gary Bettman and the NHL owners. And depending on how much money they make off these reverse retro jerseys over the next couple of weeks, we may be seeing how much of an impact that has. As sad as that sounds, that's where we're at right now, guys. So, yeah, things don't look great right now. And the fact that there's a lot of potholes for all these teams, obviously with the Vancouver Giants, I think they play in Vancouver as well. Maybe not. They don't play at Rogers. I don't know. But guys, it's not looking good. So hopefully things work out. Like I said, maybe there's an opportunity where one of these smaller arenas in Saskatchewan or Regina, as they, maybe Regina takes on, the Edmonton Oilers AHL affiliate. You have the Regina Condors for a season. That would be kind of cool. The Saskatchewan Flames. I mean, you could really get interesting with this, and it's not perfect. Even Stockholm, don't they have Stockholm? Canada, you can have a team up there. So let me know, guys, your thoughts in the comment section down below. How do you feel about the AHL and the NHL? It seems like they're just spinning tires at this point and nothing's really pushing forward. But I think with all the complications with specifically money, this could be an interesting year in 2021 once again for the sports world, specifically in hockey. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, guys, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.